What's going on YouTube? Welcome to WestysAngling. Me and my dad are trying Limbrick Fishery again today. So we've just pulled up, it's coming up to 8 o'clock. It only opens at 8, this fishery, through the winter. We've got a few lakes on the complex. Looks like the water level's up a bit since the last time we came. We're going to be fishing the main lake today, which is at the far end. So I'm going to go and get my stuff out the car, put it on the barrow, and we'll pick a peg. My only worry is at this time of year, Limbrick's quite a shallow fishery, so I'm not sure how it's going to fish. And the temperatures dropped quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. But we're going to try it. I'm going to be fishing with one rod, but swapping between the float and the feeder. This fella here, he's not catching, is he? So this is the lake that we're going to be fishing today. This is only the second time we've fished at Limbrick, so I'm not 100% where the shallow and deep parts of the lake are. Now that's really important at this time of year. You want to be fishing in the slightly deeper water, if there is any. But it's a beautiful lake. Aerator's running, which is a great sign. They don't normally run them through the colder months. So if we had to take an educated guess, I would probably say that's a great place to start fishing. If you fish that peg in the corner where the aerator's running, you've got access to other areas on the lake as well. People tend to stop fishing around this time of year, which is why it's one of my favourite times of year to come fishing. It's always quiet. You pretty much have the lake to yourself most of the time. A few of you have been asking me if I'm still going to be doing videos through the winter. You're damn right I am. So like I said, today I'm going to swap between the float and the cage feeder, and we'll see what kind of session we have. These two swims are definitely best. I've just been talking to my dad. We brought our stuff down to our pegs, and we're fishing this swim again, which is the opposite side of the lake as you come in. And these two pegs are really good because you can fish, obviously there's an aerator here underneath this tree, and you can fish through this gap if you needed to. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be busy today. Or you can fish into this bay if you wanted to as well. I'm going to be fishing on this peg, and I've got all of this bay to myself. As well as that, I could cast a little bit further into the potentially slightly deeper water in the middle here as well. So I'm going to be fishing float close in and my feeder further out. I've got some maggots and worms, so I'm going to be using natural baits today. I've got a new rod hold all, which I'll show you in a bit. I'm impressed with it. There are some issues with it, which I'll show you, but I'm impressed with it so far. It's a 6 rod hold all. Now the reason I've got a 6 rod hold all is when I'm coming doing videos for you guys, I think especially over winter I'm going to have to swap up tactics quite a lot. So I can carry my feeder rods, I can carry my method feeder rods, I can carry a float rod with me, so that I can swap between them and make sure that I at least catch in these sessions. So that's the idea behind it. So I've treated myself to one of them, but I'm going to get set up now and we'll get fishing. I think the first thing I need to do before I get set up is get rid of this branch out my swim there somehow, because I'll definitely get snagged on that at some point during the day. I don't want a fish getting wrapped around it. I hope it's not attached to this tree still. I'll try and get rid of it. Just managed to get it out. Just about. Let's get it out of the way. Oh, somebody's left the tip section here. Get my feeder chair set up. I want it at this angle here, covered in slug slime from the garage. Put my side table on today. It'll make things a little bit easier when I'm fishing feeder. Okay, so this is my new rod bag. So it's Preston Innovations 6 rod holder. It's got places to store your bank sticks and your landing net handles, and also quite a tight compartment, but you can put your brolly in there as well. So mine's just about fit. So brolly's in there. I think it is due to rain at some point today, but like I said, I've got 6 rods in here. It's got Velcro straps to secure your rods in position, as well as these little pockets. Now this is what they call a hard case, so it's really thick material and it's got a hard bottom for standing it up, and it just gives your rods that little bit of extra protection. Now the one thing I have noticed about it is it's actually quite tight when you've got 6 rods in it. I wouldn't like to put more than 2 12-foot rods in it because it just wouldn't fit sideways. There's not enough room for the reels, but you are meant to be able to fit 6 rods in it made up. I have, but they're all different shapes and sizes, so it tends to fit quite well. But that's the new addition to my tackle. I'll give it a few weeks and then I'll probably do a review on it and let you know my thoughts. In this session I'm not going to mix any fresh ground bait. I had some in the freezer, so I'm just going to use that. I defrosted it last night and that should be perfect and ready to go. I've also got some frozen dead maggots that I'm going to add to the mix. You see that? So I'm going to put them in there as well, and that'll be plenty. Do a couple of sessions that. I'll have to refreeze it. Probably add a little bit of water to that. Break up some of these bigger parts. That'll be perfect, I think. I'm going to go for 7-pound Guru Engage and a size 14 Corum feeder hook. I'm using that for float and for the feeder. I know 7 pound probably sounds quite a lot for this time of year, but it's a really low diameter Guru Engage, so this is probably as thin as like what a 4 or 5 pound line should be. That'll be pretty much invisible in the water anyway, so I don't think we need to worry about that. Float rod's out. I'm going to use that only if I need to. I'm going to be predominantly fishing with a feeder, so we'll start off on this. I'm just going to tie a hook link up, probably about, we'll start off with a 1.5 foot up hook link. Should be plenty for in here at this time of year. So I'm just knotting this size 14 on with a normal knotless knot. And then I'll tie a figure of 8 loop knot in the end, trim off the tag ends, and that's our feeder hook link good to go. And if you haven't seen the full tutorial of how I make my feeder rigs, I'll put that in the top right hand corner for you now. Trim off that tag end. Guesstimate about 1.5 foot, and then tie my figure of 8. Helps if you have a baiting needle just to pull it through. It'll be perfect, that. So that's loop to looped. There we go, feeder rig's up and running, and that's the rig. Right, I am just about ready to get fishing. So let's start off on maggots and we'll go from there. Oh god, this peg's a bit unstable. Start off in the middle, and I can always work to that far bank if I need to. The feeder arm needs to come up a bit. Really nice morning so far. Weather's good. Let's start off on a red and a white. In fact, let's go the whole hog. Let's put 3 maggots on there. Might get something a bit bigger. I can guarantee I'm going to end up in this tree at some point today, but we'll edit that out. So it's just a mixture of ground bait and dead maggots, this. There's no pellets in it. And what I'll probably do, just give it a gentle overarm out. I'm not going to clip up or anything. Just going to move around until I find the fish. That'll do. Nobody else on the lake yet, and to be quite honest with you, I doubt there will be. Got my drag set fairly low. Oh, see that carp splash in the far margin then. I'm just going to tighten up to that feeder gently. Drop it down a touch. You want to be as close to the water surface as you can with your tip of your feeder rod. You want a downward diagonal angle from your rod butt to your rod tip. I feel like that gives you the best line lay to the feeder. Could be talking utter rubbish there, but that's just what I've found. I've just been talking to my dad and we're just discussing what the plan is over winter. We think that we're going to fish high haze quite regularly this year in Eccleston. The reason being is it's about 4 or 5 foot deep, even in the margins. That's what you want in a lake. During the winter, you want a nice deep water. We have caught some big F1s there over winter. And what we'll probably do is we'll probably target the perch there, because we know they've got some absolutely stonking perch in that water. We haven't caught one yet, but we have seen somebody catch one. They go up to about £3, so we'll probably alternate between fishing there one week and then fishing a different fishery the next week, just so it doesn't get boring for you. But we are going to fish through the winter, like I said, and I'll keep posting videos. I'll try and do a minimum of one a week. Sometimes it will be more, it depends. And I just want to say thanks again to everybody that's subscribed to the channel. Sorry, I'm just watching my rod tip here. Keep getting little tweaks. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, now's your time to do so. Just hit the subscribe button and make sure you click the bell notification as well, so you don't miss any videos. See, I told him I'd put him in best swim. Look at this. What is it, an F1? Yeah, it is. Yeah. First fish. I'm going to put a 20-gram feeder on and have a recast. Maggots are still on. Just got these feeders on an American snap swivel, so it's nice and easy to change them. Got some 20 grams here. So my dad's accidentally bought wholemeal bread for his ground bait. Well, it's 50-50, so fish are getting a nice treat there. Must be on a health kick. Got all those dead maggots popping out that feeder. I don't know why they're resisting that. Those maggots are fine, so. Right, okay. I want to try in the margin over there, because I've seen some fish crashing. Hopefully I can get the right angle to it. A bit of a tricky cast. That'll do, happy with that. Brew time, I think. This is definitely the time when I'll get a bite. Hoping that you can see the rod tip there on the GoPro. Oh, there we go. See, as soon as you make a brew, innit? That was a definite pull round. I think what I'll probably do next cast is angle my chair round this way, and I'll have a better angle over there to that bay. And it might be worth me swapping to a worm as well. Just shows you that you definitely can't discount the margins at this time of year. Those carp are clearly still close in at the edge over there. Right, so I've just moved my feeder chair around so that I can get a better angle to that bay over there. Oh god, they are rocky, them flags, aren't they? That's me going in at some point today. Let's try a worm, smallish worm. they're all big, these. There we go, that'll do. So hook it, I'll twist it. The other thing I might do a little bit later is shorten this hook link up. It's about 1.5 foot at the minute, but I might make it a little bit shorter. Right, let's get it into that bay over there without getting stuck in that tree behind me. That'll do. I'm probably about 2.5, 3 foot out from them reeds on that far side. Probably leave that in about 20 minutes now, and then I'll try a bit closer to that far edge. Yeah, I've got my drag set low, I'm not losing another fish. Oh god, it's a carp. I have to take it easy. This is on worm, this, guys. Definitely more rewarding when you get a bite at this time of year. Definitely not coming in easy, this one. Still taking line. Granted, I've not got my drag set mega high, but oh, I can see the hook link. Let's get my net ready. It's going around in circles, look. How can it go? What's it doing? Really odd. Look at that. Oh, never seen a fish do this before. What the hell is this doing? That's crazy. Here we go. Yes. Well, that's saved the blank. Nice little autumn common. I've shortened my hook link up, probably by about 6 inch. Let's go for a white and a couple of reds. Let's do 4 maggots. Try and get it a little bit closer to that far bank this time. That's perfect, that. It's about where we had that last fish, actually. Using 1 ounce tips on the feeder rod, which goes perfectly with this 20 gram feeder. I think it's too snaggy down here. I was originally going to fish float under here next to the aerator, but I might try it, but I've got a feeling it's just going to be a little bit too snaggy. Just had a little knock then. It's been in about a minute. Yep. I missed it. I missed it. Oh. Well, I don't think I could be any closer into the margin on the far bank there. That was a great cast. I'm going to clip up there. That was a great bite. Feels like an heavy fish, this dad. This is up maggots. Just had a nice F1. It was a really good take. Look at this chunky thing. That's been feeding on some ground bait and pellets this year. Obviously F1s will feed all the way through the winter as well. Great shape to it, that one. Let's get it back. I'm going to keep fishing to that point. I was going to swap over to float, but I think I'm going to keep fishing that point because we're catching. I'm literally about a foot off those reeds, the closest set of reeds to us on this side down from that tree. Let's get it back out. I've actually put a slightly bigger hook on. So I've changed to a size 12's hook because we're catching mostly carp in this swim. Another good cast, that. Don't feel as big as that last one. It might not even be a carp, this. It's doing a lot of head shaking. Oh! Look at this. Well, this is a PB perch for me, as daft as that sounds. Let's have a look at it. I knew it wasn't a carp for how it was fighting. Let's wolf them maggots down. Okay. Right to the back of its throat, like. Got it. I think that's genuinely a PB for me. Look at this lovely perch and the maggots. Awesome. Nice little unexpected catch. Let's get it back. We'll stick on maggots. I'm chuffed with that. Definitely not a perch to be sniffed at, that one. We don't often, or we haven't often targeted other species using natural baits like this. That's why that is my PB perch. And obviously we mostly fish commercials. We are going to be doing some river fishing, but that's the reason why. Just a side note as well, if anybody wants to buy a WestysAngling beanie, I've got them in green and black. I haven't got many of them, so if you do want one, just pop me an email on the email address that's attached to the channel. I can tell you how you can buy one. But yeah, not got many of them, so if you do want one and you want to support the channel, just pop me an email and I can get you one posted out. I am selling them at £15 posted, and that's to the UK. So like I said, just a few of them. If you want one, just let me know, because it'll be first come first serve. Oh, just got a bite. We're in again, guys. I'm having a blinding session. My dad's still only on one fish, which I think he's getting a bit fed up with. That's a little comment. Hey. Hooked perfectly, that one in the corner of the mouth. No, it's a common. Not a monster, but anything's good at this time of year. So I think we'll stick with the maggots, because that seems to be what's getting the fish. I have clipped up this time, so hopefully it's a little bit easier to get to that spot, because it was a good cast, that last one. It's a size 12 hook, and I'm just putting 5 maggots on around the shank. Mixture of red and white. Really effective using natural baits like this in autumn. I've no doubt that we'd still catch on the method feeders using wafters, but I don't think the bites will be coming as quick as this. Let's have a go. Nice. We're up again, Dad. I'll tell you what, I can't believe how productive it is next to them reeds. This feels like a better fish though. Oh, I can't do anything with this one. It's a good fish, this, Dad. just going to take my time with it. Coming close in now, I hope it doesn't go near this aerator. Let's play it over here. Out the way of them trees and snags. Yeah, oh, that's a nice mirror, that. Definitely bigger than that other one I had before. Wow. Might even be one for the scales, this. Couldn't bring your net over for me, could you, Dad? I think this tiddler net's a little bit small. My Dad's got his quorum net with him, so I didn't expect to be catching anything like this today. Want maggots as well. Hold on, hold on. Look at that. Oh, it's a monster, that, isn't it? Look at that thing. Eh? It is. I'd say that's a double, wouldn't you, Dad? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, nice thick back across it. Look at that chunk, it's heavy. It's not what you expect in autumn, is it? When you're fishing maggots. Bloody hell, we're in again. Can't believe it. If you want to come and fish here, guys, I think this is the peg. My Dad's not doing well in the opposite peg. Good bites as well. They're really hammering these maggots. Caught me on an underwater snag then, I could feel the line twanging. Not quite as big as that last one. It's still taking line though. It knows there's a snag there. Oh, I don't know. Still a nice fish. Oh, some nice colours on this one. Again, hooked perfectly in the left hand corner of its mouth. Big size 12's done its job. I don't think I'll be fishing float today. I'm having too much success on the feeder over to that far bank. Right, let's get some more maggots on and get this rod back out. I can't believe what a good session I'm having. Look at that. How can any carp resist that? Well, they've not been doing, have they? And this rig's working great. Like I said, if you want to know how to tie this rig, there is a video up on the channel. You get a little bit of a self hooking action with it. It's a really good rig. Right. Wow, that fucking oh no! Oh, you ba- Oh, what the What the? You can make group FaceTime calls from my phone. Fucking ducks caught me line. What the right?
It's taking it right round, isn't it?
There's fish still on.
It's right the first side. Pulling the branches round there.
I don't know what to do.
Just keep reeling hard. See if it'll pull out.
Oh dear. This fish is still on.
Yeah, well keep reeling. If you get the fish up this end, it might give a bit of weight to pulling it out. I think you will end up breaking.
Oh yes, it's one. I'm out of one, I think. Oh, I've gone.
Is it brought?
Yeah. Hey dear. Well, I don't know whether I got all that Calamity on film or not, but I hooked a fish, shot right round, then the ducks took off because the fish caused so much of a commotion, and then the ducks flew through my line, caught my line, and then wrapped me around this tree here. Can't believe it. Honestly. You can't write it, can you? And then obviously I broke in the tree. Well, I lost my feeder, but it's a free running rig, so the carp will be able to shake it. Wow. Genuinely can't believe that. So I'm just I'm just tackling back up, and we'll get back out to that bay. But Jesus, you couldn't have wrote that. Right folks, we're tackled back up. Let's get it back out. Bleeding ducks. Felt like a great fish that, it shot off. So it was such a violent take that the fish shot up out the water, which scared the ducks, and then the ducks flew through my line, which it must have been, I don't know, 20-30 meters away, the duck in the sky, and then when the line fell back down with the fish still on it, it went through this tree and got caught up in the tree. So it's gone really quiet since the commotion of that last fish. I'm going to do a recast, and we'll that's why I've not had a fish. I was on a leaf. Let's see what he's doing. Why didn't you WestysAngling hat, Dad? Is this on bread?
Yeah, just come back on bread.
Oh, that's a nice fish. Yeah, no, don't let it get wrapped around there, but also try and take it easy because it's a decent fish, that. Have you? Yeah, no, don't go mental. Oh, it's a good fish, that. Good mirror. As long as it's away from that aerator, it doesn't really matter, does it? Just be careful because there's a couple of snags down there. It's alright. Yeah, no, it's that root. Got it. Yeah. That's a nice fish, that. That's a long fish. Oh, look at that. See? Perseverance there. I'll go as far as saying that's probably bigger than mine.
I think it is.
Awesome. Here we go. That's disturbed some bubbles there. Oh, that looks like a good fish. It's not taking any line yet, but based off the tail that I've just seen, it looks like a cracking fish. As for my fishery review videos, I am very tempted to up my rating on Limbrick. I'm going to go with 7.5 out of 10, I think. I think we come on a bad day last time. Somebody else showing up, finally. Oh, it's common. Decent common as well. Definitely fighting this one. as you'd expect from a common. Still taking line. I've got that drag fairly tight. Obviously I don't want to go too tight, but just want to keep it away from those snags that are under there. I might need the bigger net here, Dad. Oh, I've just about got it in. Wow. That is a chunk, Dad. Look at it. Wow. It's like a pale orange colour. Well, I don't think we've had a session this good all year. Look at the size of this. This one's got to be a double. It's got to be. Look at that. Well, I've just zeroed the scales. £9.2. £9.2. Look at this. What a common. I knew it was decent when I saw that big paddle tail come up. Lovely course fishery common at Limbrick. I'll put the address in the description for this fishery in case you wanted to come and have a go. The pegs aren't labelled, but you should be able to figure out where I'm fishing if you wanted to come and have a go on this peg yourself. It's a brilliant cast. That really did nearly rip it off the rest. I don't think it's massive, but it shot off. It must be an F1 this, with the way it's speeding about everywhere. Nice little mirror. Oh, there's some grey clouds coming in. I think we're due a bit of rain, Dad. Look at this. A fully scaled mirror. Again, it's well hooked. Look at that. Lovely. Fully scaled mirror. Awesome fish. That'll be a nice fish when it gets a bit bigger. One of these size 12s up with maggots. There's about 6 maggots on there, and they are absolutely hammering them. I'm surprised I've not had my rod broke yet. Luckily they've got quite a lot of flex in them, these rods. I'm fishing clipped up, so I do have to be careful. We are in again. This does feel like a decent fish. Feels heavy, and it's sticking to that far bank as well. Oh no, it's going to that aerator. Oh. God, that one's shot off for that aerator. No, it fought harder than them big ones. I'm having that good of a session. I'm actually running out of ground bait here and dead maggots. Oh no, well I am, because I've knocked it all over the floor. I've definitely run out. Give it another bite. Last time I tried it went all over me. Right, my dad's into her last fish. Really shot off that one, didn't it, Dad? Well, we're going to call it a day there and get packed up after my dad's got this fish in. But we've had an absolutely epic session today at Limbrick, especially for this time of year. If you have any questions about the rigs or methods that I've been using today, please don't hesitate to drop a comment down below. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, now's your chance to do so. And we'll look forward to seeing you in the next Westies Angling. Oh. Have you foul hooked it? I think you might have done. Either that or it's wrapped around the line. Ah yeah, don't count that one, Dad, it's foul hooked. Sorry. Oh, nice fish though. Just hit mouth. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.